What's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Geibel, and today I would like to show to you something really cool. I don't know why. I'm a photographer for almost 9 years already, and shame on me, I guess I didn't figure it out before, like this kind of technique. Only last year something crossed my mind, like some dots that were connected. I'm like, oh my god, I can do this. Like, wow, why I haven't thought about that before? Anyway, now I'm ready to share my knowledge and save lots of your time. What are we going to learn today? Today I would like to show you how to make actions in Photoshop and how you can use these actions and do your photo editing in really less than 2 freaking minutes. So you don't have to be spending hours and hours in front of your screen. You can do something fun, you can go for a walk, you can drink beer, but just do something else instead of staring at the screen. And with using this technique, like using different kind of actions, then it's gonna be a game changer for you guys, I promise, because it really was a game changer for me. And what you can do in 2 minutes. Here, for example, we do have the original picture, no editing, no retouch. And in less than 2 minutes, guys, it's crazy. You can have something like that. Isn't this cool? I mean, yes, of course, you can edit more, you know, remove some wrinkles, maybe the dark circles, but I mean, less than 2 minutes. How cool is that? So that's what we are going to learn. For this tutorial, I'm using Luminar from Skylum Software. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but I just find it really useful, this program. So if you would like to learn together with me how to edit your photos from this to this in less than 2 minutes, then let's get started. So guys, right now we are in the Lightroom and I would like to show to you the pictures that I would like to edit together with you today. As you can see, they're like the same pictures, just with a different face expression. And I used exactly the same light setups and the camera settings, so that's why it's super easy when you have like many similar pictures. It's super easy to edit them with the actions, because you just press the button, like I said, and then the program does the rest for you. It's amazing. Let's open first this picture. I opened this in Photoshop. I'm gonna speed up the process right now a little bit. Okay, we're in the Photoshop. I usually like to click on the modes and then I make 8 bits channel, because then the program works a little bit quicker. And of course I need to duplicate the layer just in case I'm going to mess up. Then I usually like to save my image in PSD with all the layers, just in case, you know, you would like to change something later on. I don't know, maybe I'm just super nerdy in this case, but I like always save all my photos. Okay, right now we are here. We saved our pictures. We made a copy of the background layer. And the first thing you need to do to create these actions, you need to go here. You have like on the right hand side, history and actions. If you don't see actions in your Photoshop, then you need to go to the window and then you can select actions here. So I have them selected, but if you don't have them, you don't have the actions, then you just simply go to the window, click actions, and then you can make actions, which is super cool. So my client's name, her name is Barbara, and I have already some actions saved, but right now we're going to create it from the beginning. You can, of course, create like a universal action for all of your female photography clients. And for example, you can just, you know, tell to the Photoshop, in this case, not really Photoshop, Luminar, that the program needs to blur the skin a little bit, whiten the teeth, you know, make the eyes a little bit brighter. So there is also an option, but I usually like to create each action for each client, because the light settings are different, the skin texture is different, the background is different, the lights are different, because as you probably might know, I like to use gels in my photography. That's why I just create action for each client. It takes usually around like, let's say 10-15 minutes, and then after that you can just press play and the program does the rest for you. And then of course in the end you might need to correct a couple of things, but it's super easy, super quick. Okay, right now we need to click here on this plus, and let's name this action. I like to put the client's name so I don't forget. So what I'm doing, Barbara, new action, portrait. And now the most important part, we need to click record. And as you can see, you have now this red button here. It means that the Photoshop is recording now your action. Just in case of messing up, we make Once again, the copy, like I said, super nerdy. And now we go to the filter and we go to Skylum Software Luminar 4. We click there. The program, unfortunately, is sometimes super slow, although I have a quick computer, fast computer. It's a new iMac from 2019, I believe, but yeah, sometimes it just takes a while. Here, as you can see, you have Luminar Looks. And I believe by default it's set to Essentials, and I usually like to select Portrait, and you can also have your own looks here. So I have a couple of looks saved here, user looks, but right now we're just gonna click on Portrait. And here Luminar has already female portrait. So we just click on that. Okay, and here you can see before and after. So as you can see, the program smoothed her skin a little bit, removed, you know, you understand, underneath the eyes. And it also slimmed the face a little bit, but I'm not a huge fan of slimming the faces because I like still to keep it natural. You know, with my portrait photography clients, with the beauty, I can do some crazy stuff, but I usually don't really like that. So in that case, you can always change the settings and you just need to press this button, you know, this smiley, lovely face. And first of all, I usually like to do AI skin enhancer. And you can also go a little bit crazy with this moving, like with the blur on the face. So let's just check, let's say 78%, and we can zoom in. And from my point of view, the program does really, really a good job with the smoothing the skin. It still keeps the texture, so I'm going to show to you this is before and this is after. I think we can even increase it. I feel like going a little bit over the board today. Okay, we have it now, this skin smoother, skin enhancer, skin smoothing, blurring the skin at 94. And now we can go to portrait enhancer. And here, as you can see, the program allows you also to select face lights, which is, I think, super cool. So it's like really just, you know, lighten up the face a little bit. Okay, and here, as you can see, you have the function to slim the face, which I don't really like. That's why I just usually have it on 0. And here you can also remove the dark circles. That's the word I was looking for. And I usually like to put it around 55. And let's just check. Well, 1 second. Just like I said, it's a slow program. It takes some time. Boom, huge difference. And it just with one click. I think we can, dark circles, we can increase it a little bit. Boom, perfect. You can also pop up like enhance the eyes, and I usually like to also make it around 50. Let's see the difference. I think it's doing a really, really good job, I should say. Okay, red eye removal we don't have in this picture. Eyebrow, improve eyebrows. You can also play with this, but because she has a pony, you don't really see the eyebrows. Lips darkening, for example, teeth whitening. Okay, I think it's looking good. Let's check once again. Image is still processing, of course. Luminar, you really need to fix that. It's a nice program, but it takes ages sometimes. Okay, before and after, just with a couple of clicks, and we save this action. So we need to press now apply. Okay, now we have this now, the image, the effects are applied. And I show it to you once again. This is the original image, no editing. And this is the retouched image. And I would say we can just decrease the effect a little bit. So we lower the opacity, something like that. I think it's looking really good. And right now I would like to duplicate the layer. And I also have the actions saved for them. So copy all and paste. Now you know how to create actions, so I highly recommend like for each step to create a different action because it's gonna speed up your process like crazy. And I wasn't using actions for some strange reason. I just didn't think about that. I'm the photographer for 9 years, but for some strange reason, like I said, I wasn't using them. I think I was so stupid, and only actually last year I discovered and I felt like, wow, I could save so much time. Okay. Now we need to go to the filters, Skylum Software Luminar once again. So I know this program already a little bit, and I know already which filters I like and what kind of job they do. For example, it has a cool filter like preset, which is called Street Mate. I really need to work on my pronunciation. Okay, and this is without this effect, and this is with. And you can also, the cool thing, I think, you can change, the program has also some LUTs, and I really, really love using LUTs. And my favorite is, for example, is this one, Bakersfield. This is also cool, Anaheim, Long Beach, yeah, Los Angeles. It's also working really nice with this picture. I would say let's choose Los Angeles. Cool, so it's like, as you can see, it's just, you know, the image pops up, the face. And I would also say we can smoothen the skin even a little bit more. And I would like to try also to remove the dark circles a little bit more. And eyes enhancer. I think it's looking really good. Let's press again apply and let's wait a little bit. Okay, let's also press save. And then it's also going to be recorded as your action, so the Photoshop knows that it needs to be saving the picture for you. And this is, let's just check, without the last effects, without this Street Mate, I believe it's called. And this is with. I would say we need to remove, we need to lower down a little bit the opacity, let's say around 80. I think it's looking really good. And I would like to use the third effect. Let's go again to copy all and paste. And we go back to the program. Okay, and here I would like to go now to user Luminar looks, because I have already some of my presets saved. And for example, I have one preset for the face, like, you know, with just smoothing the skin even a little bit more. Because this picture, like, I use the gel, so you don't really see much of her skin texture, so I don't really mind, you know, just blurring the face a little bit more, because from my point of view it still looks good and realistic, so it's not like, you know, doing something crazy and unnatural with the skin. But I would like to lower the effects somewhere around here, somewhere around 50. Okay, and the last time I would like to use the LUT. So we need to increase a little bit the LUT so that we can see it. I think it's looking actually really, really good. So right now I'm using the Anaheim LUT. Okay, I really, really like it, I should say. So I would say we just can add a little bit more face lights. And I think we're done. Let's press apply. Okay, I think it's looking really good. Let's also decrease the effects a little bit. And I showed you a little bit closer. This is, without this, the last effect, this is with, before and after, looking really good. And now I would like to add, I think, the last thing. I also like to use curves, you know, in my editing, just to pop up, like, you know, the shadows and the lights a little bit more. And for that, we need to move, I mean, for my taste, you know, this a little bit more up. The mid-tones a little bit down, and also the blacks also a little bit down. So she has a little bit more contrast on her face, which I really, really like. And it's okay. And I would say we need to decrease the opacity a little bit, something like that. I think it's looking really good. And of course, now you can also remove, you know, these dark circles. You can some of the wrinkles, you can also remove them, but that you need to do manually, because you cannot really batch all these processes. You cannot do actions for that, because each photo, like, you know, the position of the eyes is different, of course, unless, I don't know, you just, no, I cannot think about any example where you could apply that, because, like I said, it's just different positions of the face features on each picture. That's why you just need to do, if you like, a couple of more clicks manually. But I think for these demonstration purposes, it did a really good job. So we need to press now stop in our actions. And Photoshop now recorded the actions. As you can see, we have a couple of layers there. And our action is called Barbara. And right now, let's just group the layers so you can see really the huge difference before and after. Let's just press before. And this is after. Before and after. And I also see now that she has a lipstick a little bit here, so I would remove that. I would remove this, like, you know, small tiny wrinkle. But other than that, I should say I'm really happy with the result. So I think let's just save the picture. Also, let me know, how do you like this result? Do you like this kind of technique? Is it your cup of tea, or you think it's maybe just too simple? But I think, you know, sometimes we don't have to overdo it, the editing. Okay, now we save the image, and now we need to go back to the Lightroom. We open the second image, and then I'm going to show to you how it's going to work with just pressing one single button. Okay, let's edit this photo. I find it really cool, like, you know, the face expression, the mimics, and she's also super cute. So we just need to open this in Photoshop. And you can duplicate the layer. Actually, you could also include that in your actions. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do it. And we go to the mode that you can also include in your actions. And we press save, just in case. In Photoshop format, so you have all the layers. Okay, cool. And now comes the magic, now comes the cool part. The only thing you need to do, because like I said, it's almost the same image. As you can see, the same colors, the same settings, the same model. And now we duplicated the layer. The only thing we need to do, guys, the just only thing, I'm still like super excited about this method. I don't know, maybe I'm like super old school and you know about this already, but when I figured it out, I was like, wow. So we just need to press on play. And now you can just go and grab a coffee, cup of tea, beer, water, wine, whatever you're drinking, because now the program will be doing the job for you. So we just need to wait a little bit. And the Photoshop just opens this program and it has all the settings saved, which we did. Also, let me know if you know some similar programs to Luminar, which is a little bit faster, which does the same thing, because I would really like to try something else, something new. Still waiting. Time to drink some tea. Okay, we just need to press OK. And now it's time for the third action, last action, and then it's just going to do the curves, and then actually we are done with the picture. It takes, although I'm complaining that the program is slow, but it actually takes less than 2 minutes per image. And for the portrait photography, I think it's amazing. It's okay, we're done, cool. And let's just group the layers. The Photoshop finished now. I mean, isn't it cool? Isn't it cool? This is the original image, edited in less than 2 minutes. And this is the final image. And here I wouldn't actually, yeah, just the lipstick you need to change. Maybe you can fix the tooth a little bit, but it's just, you know, small details. But like this part I won't remove because it's a face expression. I think it really suits her. And just to make like a final image, I would also crop it, because I don't really like that you can see a little bit some part of her corset, so I would just crop it. But other than that, I'm really happy. Are you happy? Do you like it? I think it's amazing. So let's just try one more image, and it's a little bit different, but right now you're going to see that it doesn't matter, because here, for example, I used, I believe, 3 different flashes. Let me think, yeah, 3. But here my flash, which was lighting up the background, didn't fire, so I had 1 flash from here. No, here I used 4 flashes, guys, and the flash lighting up the background didn't fire. And here we have 3 flashes, but the background is not pink. That's why it's a little bit different, but it's actually the same principle. So let's edit this image. And then I think we're done for today. I hope you learned some cool techniques. Okay, I'm not gonna, just not to be wasting your time, I'm not gonna be saving this photo. We just press play. We drink some water. And then we wait. You can also check your Instagram, and you can also subscribe to my Instagram channel. I'm going to link it somewhere here, my Instagram name. Okay, cool. We are done. Let's group the layers and check before and after. I think it looks really cool. Original, edited in less than 2 minutes. And like I said, the dark circles you can remove manually. But I'm pretty happy with the result. So guys, let's just check once again. And the pictures, they are edited in the same style, the same, you know, color combinations, the same effects. So I find it really, really super cool. And that was it. That was it for today. Let me know in the comments if you found this video helpful. Maybe you knew these techniques already, and maybe I'm just like, you know, the really old school person who didn't figure it out before. Because I learned, like, I'm a self-taught photographer. I learned everything actually from YouTube and also assisting to other photographers. And nobody actually talked about actions. Well, I didn't find the videos about that, and that's why I didn't figure it out earlier. Only after doing this between 8 and 9 years, I'm like, hey, there are actions. So I hope you learned something new from today's video, and I wish you all an amazing day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to my Instagram, and stay amazing as you are. See you soon. Bye bye.